Hi guys, and welcome to another track guide video. Today we are doing something special. So it's Suzuka in Gr.X. So we gotta be using the formula, and in this example I will be using the Honda. It really doesn't make a difference which car you take. It's either Honda or Toyota, but it really doesn't matter which one you take. So this requires an additional set of skills, in my opinion. It's just a really hard combo. Requires just quick movements, and yeah, as I said before, just additional skills rather than the usual ones, and even more precision, even more details into this one. So guys, I would like to explain it the best as I can. So guys, without further ado, let's get going. Okay, now starting our lap as usual. Try to make sure that you carry enough speed onto this main straight. It doesn't really make a difference, but again, more speed is always better. So here I'm just taking this wide angle and this wide approach until I reach this end of the curb on the right hand side. This is the point where I start to brake. Make sure that you brake. I mean, it's not really a long braking zone. Just try to make sure that you brake as kind of as precise as you possibly can. Just make sure that you hit this apex on the right hand side. So when you clip the apex on the right hand side, just go for it, floor it, and full throttle out in the 4th gear. So this next section is completely okay. This first curb is taken at full throttle, no lift in here, and once you get off it, just quick release of the throttle, downshift in the 4th, and again, as soon as you possibly can, back on the power, as pretty much yeah, as this one. So again, just a short lift, short coasting, and again, really quick on the throttle. Same thing applies in here. Just staying as close as possible to the curb, quick downshift in the 3rd, and again back on the 4th when you kind of feel safe and you feel confident about doing it. And yeah, this is usually when I start to kind of steer into this last one. It's so easy to kind of misjudge this one and go either wide or just too narrow. So in this example, I wasn't actually abusing the track limits. I wasn't taking enough track as I possibly could, but again, it was decent after all. So okay, coming into this one, yeah, the 50-meter sign is which I kind of use for my inputs going in. So my steering going when I reach the 50-meter sign, and braking going in as soon as you reach those marks in there. So again, just a short trail braking, and as soon as you possibly can, back on the power. I downshift in the 2nd because I wanted to get an additional rotation of the car, but you can stay in 3rd, and yeah, make sure that you exit that one in 3rd gear. And now into the hairpin, I like to use this Dunlop sign because it really gives me a reference. So exactly when I pass it, just slam the brakes and into the 1st gear, clip the apex on the left hand side, and as soon as you possibly can, start to build up the throttle, so 20-30% at a time, and just upshifting in the 2nd and then flooring. You might get a little bit of oversteer at a time, but I guess it's kind of yeah, it's kind of usual with this car. So just try to control it and maybe taking it a little bit easier than you usually would, just to make sure that you stay on the road. So again, another one, so it's the 50-meter sign, just a quick tap on the brakes, as you can see here, nothing too much, downshifting into 4th, and immediately back on the power, clipping this apex on the right hand side. And again, just a tap on the brakes here, just make sure that you hit this apex, and again, as soon as you go off the apex, I like to maximize my exit speed and go for it. I mean, it's a time trial, so you can go for it. In the race, I would suggest and kind of not aggressive approach, but you can really push it in this time trial. Okay, 130 yard done at full throttle, no problems there. And reaching the 100-meter sign, so this is usually where I brake, maybe 10 to 20 meters before that, but in general 100 meter is it. So braking in the 2nd and downshifting in the 1st here, as you can see, immediately back in the 2nd, so that actually gives me a little bit more rotation in the 2nd. And again, as soon as you go off the apex and really abusing those track limits, just go for it in the 3rd gear, and finishing our lap in 1:35.501. So I think I can get even more speed out of this track and this combo. So I think 1:35.2 to 1:35.1 with a week of practice would be it. So guys, I hope you liked the video, and make sure that you check my coaching plans. So guys, if you did, just send me an email and I'll do the rest. Guys, if you liked the video, as usual, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time.